Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I have a very special announcement to make. I am actually hosting a conference. Woo! And it'll be held, guess where? Where I am right now, definitely not a green screen, in Arizona. So since this is a very exclusive offer, I wanted to actually let you guys at home decide what we are going to call this conference. Okay, so the first option is Big Opportunity of Blessings Summit. What do you think? Option number 2 is Always Smile Summit. Okay, which is your favorite one? Let me know in the comments below. And just so you know, tickets are $7,000. Hi, okay, what I just said before was a joke, just so everyone knows, so there's no confusion. I'm not holding a conference, but our favorite fitness influencer of the moment and girlfriend, possibly ex-girlfriend of Dave Hollis, is hosting a conference. It's called the Show Up Summit, aka SUS. So we're going to discuss all different elements of this conference, what the participants are expected to get, what they are expected to pay, what's going on, who will be there. All the questions have been answered. And before we get into that, I want to give a quick overview of kind of the whirlwind of events that have happened in Hollisville in the last week or so. If you've been following the Dave Hollis saga recently, you may remember that he was supposed to host a conference for men in Austin, Texas, or near Austin, Texas, called the Congruent Conference, which this is now the website. It is canceled. It was supposed to be happening last weekend or this weekend. And you probably also remember that Dave had made this big announcement on his Instagram that he was leaving social media, possibly forever, to work on his mental and emotional health, which came conveniently at the same time that the Congruent Conference announced that they were canceling because of Dave's issues. However, Dave did not stay offline for very long, and no, he hasn't posted on his own personal Instagram. He hasn't deleted it either. He's just left it kind of as a shell of what his life used to be like. But he did make an appearance on Heidi Powell's Instagram. He didn't talk or say anything, but he obviously is there. Heidi makes sure to let you know that he was there several times in these stories. But it makes sense that Dave wouldn't be gone from the internet completely because he is literally all over the marketing for this 60-day challenge that it's about halfway through, I believe, for this round at least. I mean, part of the value that they talked about for the 60-day fitness challenge was spending the day with Dave and Heidi, which apparently is a $6,000 value. Now, I wonder if that's $3,000 each or $5,000, $1,000. I don't know what the ratio is for who's more important and who costs more money to spend time with, but interesting questions to ponder over as you go to bed at night. But Heidi Powell made it a point to show that Dave was still involved in her life and in their group business ventures. And he apparently will also be a part of this upcoming conference. The Show Up Summit, hosted by Heidi Powell. And the acronym, if you didn't know that already, is SUS. And I think that makes sense given the circumstances of this conference and the amount of information that we are given as potential attendees. It's very sparse and vague, to say the least. So let's take a look at Heidi's website. Now, this is at heidipowell.net/showup. So you can go see it right now. However, you can't buy a ticket any longer, apparently. And this is news as of today. So apparently it's sold out as of today. So show up, finding, creating, becoming you. Okay, so if you're not already you, become you by going to this conference. So it's April 4th through the 6th in Chandler, Arizona, my favorite place to vacation. Join Heidi Powell for the greatest event of your life as you find, create, and become you. All right, that is promising nothing. This amazing 3-day event, which starts on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, just so you know, so you have to take off some work if you work at a traditional 9 to 5, Monday through Friday position. This amazing 3-day event includes finding you, learning to love and accept all the parts of who you really are. All right, what about lunch? Is that included? Creating you. Learn to set boundaries and identify what it's going to take to create the person you want to be. Dream big. Okay, no offense, and obviously I don't know Heidi in real life, but just based on what she presents on social media, boundaries is not a skill that she possesses. Not with her children, not with her husbands, not with former husbands, is what I mean, her ex-husbands, not with her boyfriend. Heidi allegedly, and I don't have the clip because for that week I took a break and didn't screenshot things that she was doing, but she apparently posted Dave's full home address to the internet to see. Let's continue. Becoming you. Create the roadmap to becoming the person you created. All right, let me read that again. Create the roadmap to becoming the person you created. So if I've already created myself, I guess on day one, I suppose, I've created myself. Now I gotta make the roadmap to create myself to the person I've created. So who am I now? In the final, plus, have an amazingly fun time. Well, if it's an amazingly fun time, take my money. Okay, so the venue is something called Soho 63. It's again in Chandler, Arizona. It's a hip and historic event venue. Are you ready to show up? Are you ready to show up? Are you ready to show up? If you are, here are the prices. Okay, so if you're just a normie, regular, sloppy event goer where you don't actually do the VIP, you are a NIP, a not important person. If you're a NIP, for the 3 days, it's $1,197 doll hairs. Okay, that to me is a little bit expensive, especially when you consider a flight from wherever is going to be at least a couple hundred at the least, I would imagine, from, unless you're driving, but even that there's costs associated with driving, but okay. And some sort of hotel stay. So unless you're a native to Chandler, Arizona, there's going to be probably several $100s in addition to this $1,100 plus ticket fee. So what comes with that event ticket? Well, you can attend all 3 days of the event and participate in all activities. What activities, you may be asking? We don't know. This website is literally all the information you have been given, and even Heidi in her live Instagram that we're going to be watching in just a minute, she doesn't really answer that other than a couple vague possible things that may be happening, and she doesn't quite commit to any of them fully. So you're kind of left to wonder and guess what the activities or speakers could be. What interesting things may be coming from this conference? It's just a surprise, baby. But apparently it's sold out. No, it's sold out. Oh my God. NIP, losers. VIP, very important people. That's where I want to be. That's where the action's at. That's the ticket I'm going for. How much is it? Oh my God. $3,697. So basically, it's $3 less than $3,700 for 3 days. That's like $1,000 plus a day for, like I said, not much information as to who will be there, what speakers are going to be there, what types of education is going to be provided. It seems a little steep, but okay, let's dig in to see what we get. What do we get? Okay, same stuff as the event. You get to attend all the events, participate in all the activities. Cool. And a VIP lunch with Heidi and Dave during the event. Okay, very exciting. And Dave apparently has not backed out yet of this event, so he will be there, according to Heidi. That's exciting. Exclusive Sunday night dinner and party. So it starts Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is what she said on the live, so you get to come early and most likely have to buy another hotel room or, not another one, but another night. But at least you get something. So the night before the event, you get an exclusive Sunday night dinner and party. Okay, so then you party all night, Monday morning, show up for day one of the conference. Interesting. You get red carpet airport transportation. So I'm guessing Uber XL, Uber Black, heck yeah. And then one-on-one coaching call after the event. So I almost said Rachel. Oh my God. So Heidi, oh my God. Okay. Heidi will call you and do a one-on-one call. Not sure how long the call is going to be. Could be 30 seconds, could be 3 hours. Who knows? No one knows. Who cares? Stop thinking negatively. And then Wednesday lunch and event send off. So I guess you don't get lunch ever if you're a NIP, only if you're a VIP. Heidi obviously had to answer some questions. People were questioning about this conference. They're just like clawing at going, but they just needed a little bit more information. So she offered graciously, out of the kindness of her heart, to answer some questions that were left outstanding. Okay, so she spends the first few minutes kind of like reading out who is there. It's pretty boring, so I think we can fast forward this part.
So I have an event that we're doing April 4th through 6th, and it actually was a part of the challenge. The last challenge happened, and at the end, you create relationships inside of a community that make you feel like you've known people forever. And that's how I actually feel with some of you guys. There are some of you guys on here who I communicate with so regularly inside of my DMs and just in comments, that I feel like I know you. And
this is not really a comment because she's going off a little bit on a tangent about how amazing her Get Fit with Dave and Heidi's challenge is and how great it is. But keep in mind, this is not a free challenge that Heidi is offering because she loves fitness so much and just wants to connect with people. This costs $200 to join for 60 days, and you get access to like a Facebook group, and you get access to coaching, whatever that means, some sort of Zoom calls with Dave, who has zero fitness experience, and Heidi. She is qualified to give fitness advice. She's not qualified to give nutritional advice, I don't believe, because she's not a dietitian, but that's a separate issue. So she's talking about it as if like this is an amazing group that just happened to get together, and that's not true. It costs $200. So if you have $200, that's really the only thing that you need to enter into this community. It's nothing else. There's no other qualifications other than, do you have $200 and a beating heart? Cool, you're in. And I hate how influencers talk about that as if like the selling point is the relationships. It's like, well, you can't guarantee that, you know, you're going to make relationships just by giving $200 and joining a Facebook group. You can say that it's happened and this is great, but she's almost bleeding into the side of, this is a guarantee. If you join us for $200, you're gonna, you know, make all these friends. And then once she starts talking about the conference, it's a very similar tone. So that's just setting up what she's gonna talk about next.
And I do know you, but I mean, I think if I were to see you on the street and I've seen pictures of you, it would almost be like, hey, just seeing you on another day. When the reality is we haven't really hugged, we haven't been around each other. And inside of the challenge, inside of our Get Fit group, it's even more so that way because we are being vulnerable. People are sharing their struggles, they're sharing their successes, they're sharing all of the things. And it's really powerful. And so actually at the end of the last one, we had about 40 people that flew into Arizona and surprised us. And we ended up doing like a movie night.
Okay, so this part I was surprised about. 40 people came to the last one. So the last cohort, the first ever cohort of the Dave and Heidi fitness group, whatever, they apparently flew in to surprise Heidi and Dave. So shouldn't it be the other way around? Shouldn't Heidi and Dave be the ones trying to do a lot of great things for their community that is paying them money? It seems a little one-sided, and it'll continue. So let's keep watching.
We did dinner, we did a hike the next morning, and it kind of triggered this thing that was like, why are we not doing an actual organized event? Like, why do we not have something planned? Why do we not have I feel like I know you too. Sorry, I'm seeing your comments. Why do we not have something where we can edify each other and uplift each other and inspire each other and most importantly, hug each other and work out in the same room and eat dinner together and do a dance party together and have fun together and laugh together and all of the things? And plus, like, here's what's cool too. You guys know me, right? And I know you, but you guys do not know all of what makes up what you see, me. My team is...
Okay, that was just a weird series of words strung together. You guys know me and I know you, but you don't know me really. It's like, okay, well, whose fault is that? And also, you don't know them, Heidi. You're talking through DMs and the internet. I mean, yes, you can make friends through the internet, but if it's a power dynamic, like she's the teacher and these are her students, it's the same thing as like thinking you know everything about your teacher while you're in high school. It's like, no, there needs to be barriers, there needs to be boundaries, something that she says that you can learn at this conference, in place so that there's not awkwardness so that there's not a misunderstanding, like, oh, we're best friends now because I gave you $200. That's what it sounds like she's saying, like, give me $200 for the fitness training, give me $4,000 for this conference, and I'll be your friend. That to me is just so gross and not okay, and takes advantage of vulnerable people who are probably lonely and need support and are going and watching you on your stories and saying, okay, I'm going to find my support here, when they really should be going to therapy or finding support amongst people who actually know them in real life and aren't asking for money in return.
We ended up creating this thing in the challenge. It's only been open to the challenge. We at first, we're not going to open it up to anybody else. And then we got to thinking, we actually had a lot of requests from people outside. I had already let a couple people in without telling anyone. And so we decided to open up 10 spots to the general public. It ended up being 15 because we already filled some of them, and we found a way to make it work. We want it to be super intimate, super amazing. We have a very limited number of VIP spots. Those are, I think we might have one more VIP spot, but those are full, and we don't want to go any more because we want to keep it VIP for that. But this is going to be, it's funny, I keep calling it Show Up Weekend, but it's a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We all know on here, I never know what days are what days. I'm usually posting on a Friday and saying Happy Monday, or I'm posting on a Monday and I'm saying Happy Sunday. So
That's definitely someone I want to take life advice from. Someone who doesn't know what day of the week it is. That's someone I really trust to help me get my life together. But that's just me.
we can just keep it a joke and call it Show Up Weekend. But really, it's the first official Show Up Summit is April 4th through 6th. It's here in Chandler, Arizona. And what is it? It is 3 days that are going to be more powerful and more educational about who you are, more uplifting, more inspirational, more fun than anything I believe that you ever have attended in your life. I have made it my personal mission. I can attest that the amount of blood, sweat, tears, energy that is going into this is unlike anything I have ever done before.
Okay, that sounds great. Wonderful. But I would like a little bit of specifics, because your definition of an amazing, life-changing, altering conference, whatever, is probably going to be different than mine. So I'm hoping to get some more answers, to get a little sense of the vibe of this event, kind of the hours, anything, an agenda, something resembling details. Will we get it? Let's find out.
And it's one thing to have a night a week to coach you guys, right? Which I do. And it's a whole, and even it's one thing to have a challenge where I get to pop online and do this. And it's one thing to be here with you on Instagram. And but it is a whole different beast when we are all getting to be in a room together, not just one room, but a few different rooms. When we're getting to move together, we're getting to do all sorts of amazing, beautiful movement that is all tied to helping you unlock your potential, not only physically, but most importantly, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and socially.
That's what I was saying. She has some fitness education, some fitness background, obviously. She has personal experience with an eating disorder. She's talked about that openly throughout the years. But spiritually, what does she have to offer? Mentally, nothing, because she's not a therapist or a mental health counselor. So nothing to offer, because even if you are sound mentally, you should not be giving advice to people who may not be. Emotional, every other day she's posting stories crying, and she's lost her things, and she's all over the place. She said even 5 seconds ago that she doesn't know what day of the week it is. So emotionally, I don't know what she's offering. And so really, not spiritually, but physically is the only thing she has to offer. And there's been no information about those other pillars of success. So who's going to be taking care of those things? Or is it just Heidi? Let's find out.
Having the ability for all of us to build bonds and be together in a room and hug and have real conversation. There will not be a person that leaves that event that is not heard, that is not seen, and that is not loved.
Whenever people say that, she's opening 10 spots to the general public, so she doesn't know these people, right? There's 500,000 people that follow her that may be watching this live, probably not, but potentially, and potentially more people who don't follow her that are just watching, like myself. So if I decide to come and I'm a murderer, it's like, do you want to see, hear, and love me? Like, you don't know anything about me, so guaranteeing that that's going to be what happens to me, and if I express myself in some crazy way in front of this group, are you guaranteeing me that I'm going to be seen, heard, and loved? You can't do that. You shouldn't do that. That's a mistake, because you can't trust what other people's intentions are. And her saying this is just a slimy tactic to try to get someone who's like hurting, most likely, or in some sort of crisis, to show up because they need those sorts of things in their life right now, and she's going to be the provider of it for $4,000. It's not cool. It's not okay. I'm making like a joke about this whole thing because it's so ridiculous, but it's serious. And her promising this and saying, I guarantee, that's a mistake. And she pulled this off. She took this off because presumably it was sold out. So she took down this live, but she probably took it down too because someone told her that you could get sued if she's making these false claims, because you can't guarantee that. Even a therapist won't say, I can guarantee you if you come to my office, I will solve all of your childhood trauma. You can't say that because no one knows. Everyone's got an individual experience. So her saying this is like way far over the line for me. It's disgusting, to be quite frank, and not okay.
Promise. Like I don't even like I could promise you anything on that. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be beautiful, and it's going to be freaking funny. Like, I'm telling you already. The teams, one of my biggest rules is don't take yourself so damn seriously. That is my rule to myself. My dad taught it to me, and he's like, if you can't laugh at yourself, everybody's going to laugh at you. So usually I'm pretty dang good at laughing at myself, and I love it because at the end of the day, all of the jokes are probably going to revolve around some crazy flaw of mine that I've accepted through laughter, but it's going to be a lot of fun, you guys.
So, okay, wait. So the whole weekend is going to be laughing at Heidi's flaws? Why? Why is that? That's what I want to go to pay that money for? I don't understand.
We're actually, okay, little fun fact, we have a party bus that we are renting for the VIPs on the first day. We have speakers. So someone just said, who are the speakers? I'm not going to announce the speakers yet. We have my lips are not painful. Don't worry. Someone said, your lips look painful. No, I just probably lined a little bit too wide. I got big lips.
This is so uncomfortable. I'm not even going to make a comment about that, but this is so uncomfortable to watch. This live streaming is hard, man. I'm glad she's laughing, but to read that comment, that was a mistake, I think.
But we do have a handful of speakers, not two. So I'm telling.
Okay, a handful of speakers. So a handful is 5, right? A handful, maybe some more, maybe less, but about 5. So she'll be there. She's going to say this soon, but Dave will be there. I don't know if he's speaking. He's supposed to be off the grid, but apparently this is too important to miss. But yeah, let's see what she says, because she's like, oh, it's a surprise. But then I have doubts that these people have been booked yet. You know, it's like that, like chicken or the egg. What, like, do you book speakers first and announce them, pay them, or what, you know, which is probably a non-refundable deposit for them to block out that day on their calendar. Or does she say it's a surprise and then hope that enough people buy tickets so that then she can bring someone in? That's what it seems like to me. I'm not saying that's the truth, but that was the first thought I had when I watched this.
I do not know moderation. I know all or nothing, and I'm learning moderation is what it is.
As a fitness and according to her, like food expert, diet expert, that's probably not a good thing to announce on your live stream, that you don't understand moderation, including, especially because she is someone who says that she struggled with binge eating and purging and that sort of stuff. So to like continue to perpetuate that narrative about yourself after you say you've healed yourself of an eating disorder seems kind of weird. I don't want to go into that thing yet. I don't have enough background to make a real statement about that whole thing, but it just, to me, it's like a little like, warning, danger zone. Probably shouldn't say that.
But this is no exception. This is one of those things when the second we decided to do it, contrary to our like, okay, Heidi, my team had said, Heidi, we'll just, it's only going to be a couple days. Let's just make it light. I can't make anything light. It is all in. I have my entire team. We are creating some amazing activities, and we have, some really fun stuff. And
like what? Give us an example. What's really fun? Because what's fun for you may not be fun for me. Like, we need a little bit of guidance here.
It's April 4th through 6th. What time does it start? That was a question a lot of you guys had when you were coming through. It's 3 p.m. on Monday. So 3 p.m. Monday, and it is over early afternoon on Wednesday.
It's a little late, I feel like, for a conference, Monday through Wednesday. So you're not even starting till 3 p.m. unless you're a VIP, you get a nighttime activity. So for $1,100 for the NIP, the not important person. So you're only getting half the night, I would assume, unless it's going into like overnight. So from like 3 to 6 for one day. Then Tuesday, probably 9 to 5. I'm making this up for her. I'm giving her more information than she's giving. I would imagine 9 to 5, maybe Tuesday, and then early afternoon Wednesday. That's not many hours really to get all of these fun activities and amazing life-changing breakthroughs to happen. So that's actually, I didn't catch that the first time. That's interesting. That starts at 3 p.m. on Monday. That's kind of shocking.
If you are the last VIP ticket, you're going to start Sunday, like midday. So I would get a flight that comes in midday if you're from out of town. And then the festivities literally till midnight on Sunday.
Okay, so Sunday till midnight, and then, so that's only if you're VIP though. And then, so like midday, so like what, 3 o'clock to midnight, and then the next day doesn't start again until 3? Wow, okay. What about Tuesday? That's what I want to know. What about the main activities?
It's going to be so much fun. We have it booked solid, and we're actually doing a game night. We're doing a catered dinner. We're going to be taking you somewhere fun. We got a party bus, and I've never actually been on a party bus in my life. But apparently there are flat screen TVs and all sorts of things on that bus. So
who cares? That's what you're going for, the flat screen TV, to pay an extra $3,000? Why? Or $2,000 really to pay for VIP? Okay, whatever. I know I'm going off course.
So you get ready. Okay, so April 4th through 6th for the general. VIP is the 3rd through the 6th. With VIP, so you get an entire catered dinner the night before.
And she claims she's going on and on about VIP and how amazing it is. She claims she has 1 ticket left for that, and there's 10 total tickets of regular event stuff. So why is she spending so much time talking about the VIP stuff? Can we talk about the 9 tickets that you have to sell for general admission? She keeps going on and on. It's like one person. Yes, it's a $4,000 essentially sale, $3,700, whatever. Sale, so it's a high ticket item, so yes, of course, that's important, but just ratio wise, I don't think she's spending enough time talking about the regular tickets, because she claims there's only 1 spot left. So maybe she's not telling the truth and there's unlimited VIP, and she's hoping that 10 people sign up to try to be the one, and then she gives it to all of them. I don't know. I'm not saying that's what happened, but that's what it seems like.
At game night, party bus, we're gonna have a lot of fun. And then also it comes with a VIP lunch and Q&A with just the VIP group and the speakers. So all the speakers that we have coming are going to be there. And then you get coaching after the event as well. We're going to do a follow-up coaching call. I would do a follow-up coaching call with you. It's going to be a lot. Oh, Maddox, Maddox wants to join my live.
Okay, now her teenage son, who just turned 16, he's trying to join the live, and it's just a big waste of time.
If your screen time's not up in just a bit, buddy, Maddox, I need you to hang up.
Okay, so.
This is your mother. This is your mother letting you know you need to hang up. Well, I'm going to keep going until Maddox pops on, there we go, or drops off. Okay. So let's see. So all of the details are on. I know a lot of people, maybe he was hiding. All of the details are on the page about the hotel. We do have a room block at a hotel nearby. So it's within walking distance. And what's great about it is it's really close to a bunch of shops. You're not going to have a lot of time to shop, but if you want to come in before, you enjoy the weekend, and you want to stay for a day or two after, I think it's a wonderful place to stay. All of the information on the hotel is there. You just call, say you're with Show Up. They will give you a discounted rate. I believe it's $20 or $30 cheaper a night than what you see on TV.
Woo! 20 bucks off. Yeah. Now we're saving. That $4,000 is going to be worth it. And I say $4,000 because I'm also including lodging and transportation. So $4,000 ain't looking so bad if I got 20 bucks off the hotel. You know what I'm saying?
Where do you buy the ticket? HeidiPowell.net/show up. Silly Jackie, we're talking about show up. Are you coming or what? Because I feel like it's been too long. You and I have been friends for a long time on here. I gotta hug you. Oh, you probably got on when Maddox was trying to. Okay, another question. Does the ticket include hotel? No, it does not. Oh, Dad's on a call right now. Maddox can't join. He was gonna join, but he can't because Dad's on a call. Anyway, it does not include hotel. Hotel is separate. We did that because we've done events in the past for Transform, and people like to stay at their own hotel. So you don't have to stay at the hotel that most people are staying at. You can. You don't have.
I'm sure that's why. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm sure they wanted to pay for everyone's hotel room, but they just knew that everyone wants to stay at their own hotel, but then recommends one hotel to stay at. Yeah, I'm sure that makes sense. That tracks.
Have to. There is another one that's really nice nearby. We went for the one that was the best bang for your buck, and booked a block of rooms for you to use at a much cheaper rate. Someone's asked, Life by Lisa says, the VIP gets a party bus. Yes. VIP gets a party bus. We're also VIP. We're picking you up from the airport. Literally, I I think the peeps that are going to be picking you up are going to be it's our team members. They want to be in nice tuxedos.
Oh, so the VIP red carpet treatment is the team? I thought they were hiring a limo service or something. Okay, so even less interesting. So it's going to be what, Heidi's SUV that they're going to be borrowing? Okay, I didn't hear that part either last time. All right, interesting.
Are there speakers? Yeah, yes, there are speakers. There's education. It is brim to brim. So the start to the finish of the event, from noon or 3 p.m. on Monday to the end, you will not run out of things to do. Trust me.
If anyone ever says, trust me, I have it all planned out, and they don't tell you any specifics, even the start times, it's is it 3 p.m. every day or what? Don't trust them. Don't trust them. I've heard nothing. Have you heard anything yet about the specifics of this? There'll be stuff to do every day. What if the stuff is sitting in the room, in a ballroom, and twiddling your thumbs? Do I want to pay for that? No. I need to know exactly what I'm doing. What am I paying for?
It's going to be a lot of fun. And then let's see. As far as meals, because that was the thing that has come up. Meals, are you responsible for your own meals, is what someone had asked. We actually have a chef that is coming. It's Chef David Rushing from season 4 of Extreme Weight Loss. He is going to be there. He's going to be cooking, catering of amazing. You've never had food that has tasted so great and it's healthy. Night 1, he's going to be doing dinner. Night 2, a really nice dinner. He's also...
For who? For everybody or for just the VIPs? And also, why wouldn't you put that on the ticket price? You say a lunch with Dave and you, Heidi, but you don't put that you're getting a professionally catered meal. Wouldn't that be a huge piece of wanting to go and thinking that your money is being spent? So maybe this is just bad marketing, but also she's he's going to be there the first night. So is that Sunday night or is that Monday night? That's confusing. And then is he cooking a full meal? Do you need to eat in advance, or is she just keeping it vague so that you don't know until you get there? You've already paid. It's well, I'm still hungry after the sample of food that he made. Now I got to go eat dinner. I don't know.
Doing the VIP dinner, the catered dinner at a private residence where we're going to have a game night and we're going to take you guys out for a night on the town, a fun, wholesome, but really fun night on the town.
Okay, I missed that a little bit. Let's go back just a minute.
Had food that has tasted so great and it's healthy. Night 1, he's going to be doing dinner. Night 2, a really nice dinner. He's also doing the VIP dinner, the catered dinner at a private residence where we're going to have a game night and we're going to take you guys out for a night on the town, a fun, wholesome, but really fun night on the town.
So that's Sunday night. So this guy's cooking dinner Sunday night for the VIPs at a private residence, which is that Heidi's house. I'm assuming private residence to play game board games at Heidi's house, and hopefully her children are not there, but knowing her, who knows? So they're gonna have game night and cook dinner on Sunday night. And then she doesn't really clarify who gets to go to the second night and if they're gonna be having dinner. I'm confused. I'm more confused than I was the first time.
And then every morning we actually have, there's a little part of the thing that's going to be converted into a coffee shop called the Nut House. And because I'm basically the owner of the Nut House. And he's going to be cooking or baking pastries, like healthier pastries and pastries. We're going to have marshmallow dream bars, homemade marshmallow dream bars. We're going to have a coffee bar. We are also Transform is actually, they're so awesome. I talked to my team over there. They're actually flying a member of Transform out, and we're going to have an entire Transform station the entire time during all of the sessions, all of the education, all of the workshops. There are workshops back to back to back. I mean,
like what kind of workshops? Like give us one example, like cooking 101, or is it like changing my life 101, or is it like advanced acro aerobics? Like I need something. And I just makes me wonder, like if she doesn't know yet, but she's trying to sell it so that she can get the money to then buy the things that she's going to promise, or she's sort of inferring here. I'm not saying that's what she's doing, but that's what this type of vagueness makes me feel. So if she doesn't have that as her plan, I would switch up the tactics of marketing this thing, because it seems like nothing's actually going on. There's nothing booked, and she's hoping that a miracle comes through and like enough people buy it so that can pay for, it's like Fire Festival. Like, yeah, we're going to have this, and this, and like nothing's actually coming. That's what it feels like.
Lot available to you. The speakers are going to be there, and we'll have shakes made. We're going to have Boost on tap. I mean, that would be really cool if we actually had it on tap. We don't have it on tap, but it's going to be there the entire time.
Okay, so someone is going to be there giving free product away. That seems very typical of an event. So if they're sponsoring this event, or they know Heidi or whatever, I don't think that seems like a huge perk, but I guess you get to try out the shakes, but essentially it's marketing for Transform. So again, that's not like the goodness out of their heart that they just think that these people showing up to show up are the best people in the world. It's part of the marketing plan. It's probably within the budget to go to events and promote their products. So that's not really something that is like, wow, I'm so glad I spent my ticket on this so I can get these free items. I don't know, maybe I'm nitpicking again, but I don't think I'm understanding like how much food I need to pack or prepare to bring money for yet this far into the live.
I appreciate Transform so much for doing this. And then let's see, hold on. I got to get through these questions. Do I call the hotel or book online? Either's fine, but you can call. Oh, and the rate. I've had a lot of people saying, what if I want to stay? They will extend the rate 2 days on each side. So speakers, I am not announcing the speakers yet because I want it to be a surprise. I'm obviously going to be there. I had a lot of people ask me if Dave's going to be there. You better believe it. He's going to be there.
That's kind of interesting. And I know I kind of spoiled the surprise that Dave was going to be there. But I mean, people asking that, it's legitimate. He literally said he's only going to be focused and talking to his therapists for the next however long until his, mental breakdown kind of ceases. And yet she's saying like, obviously you better believe Dave's going to be here. It's like, oh, okay. So he's going to be healed by then. How do you know that? Like he just posted as if like he has no idea. It could be forever. He's never going to return to social media. So it's very confusing and shocking that she would just be like, yeah, better believe he's going to be there. It's like, oh, okay. Well, that's legitimate for someone to ask given the circumstances.
Gosh, I really want to tell you who the speakers are. I'm super excited. And there are a lot of really great people. But really, listen, if you don't want to come hang out with me and with the peeps and Dave, but there are some other really great people.
Again, like what? So there's amazing speakers. I wish I could tell you, but if you don't want to come just see me and Dave, then don't bother. Like, okay, so is there not speakers? Like, what?
Stay tuned for that. I will tell you, my good friend Drew Manning is coming. So Drew is going to be.
Okay, so 5 seconds ago, literally was like, no, I cannot announce it. It's so exciting. Now she's like, okay, Drew Manning's coming. So that's a guy who has a podcast. I don't know much about him, but he's always commenting on all her posts. So I guess they're friends. I thought it was like Peyton Manning's brother or something, but no, this is just a guy who's associated with her old like fitness life. Not someone I would pay 4 grand to see. Sorry, no offense, but personally, I don't know who this guy is other than friend of Heidi. So interesting that she just throws him out there as if like, well, she knows he's committed, but no one else has officially committed yet, was what I kind of am suspecting here.
I'm really excited about that. And then we'll be telling you guys the other people as we go.
As they say,
how do
yes.
that is another thing people have asked about. Can we room? Speakers are confirmed. They are. We just want to be able to unveil it a little bit.
I guess someone asked, like, are there speakers were confirmed? She's like, yes, they're confirmed, but that wasn't a convincing yes for me, at least.
Is food included? Like I said, food will be included. Dinner all 3 nights for VIP, and it will be breakfast every day. And it will.
Okay, so now she's saying, she didn't say this earlier. VIP gets dinner every night for 3 nights, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then breakfast.
Be transformed shakes all day, and then VIP will have a catered lunch one of the days too.
Okay, so basically you're getting transformed shakes and pastries maybe for everybody, but you're not getting lunch unless you're a VIP. You only get lunch one day as a VIP, and that's with Dave and Heidi on Wednesday, but you get dinner at night. So VIP still have to pay for lunch, I guess, unless they're going to drink transformed shakes all day. And then the regular ticket people have to buy dinner and lunch. Okay, got it. Sort of clarified that.
Drew is awesome, by the way. Someone just said Drew is awesome. He is super amazing. He's going to be coming in. I'm not going to tell you what day he's speaking on.
Why? Why would you not? Like, what if you can't make it on the days, but like you love Drew? Like, why would you not? To me, this just doesn't seem like that anything's booked. That's what watching this, like maybe it's not true. Maybe she has everything down to the minute booked and it's going to be an amazing event. Like she says, life-changing, whatever. But the way she's presenting it is bad if that's the case, because she's making it seem like nothing is booked. Everything is like last minute and you don't ask questions about it, because if you do, like you're ruining the surprise. And that's just, to me, not good marketing.
Because a lot of it depends on his flight.
And a lot of it depends on his flight. He doesn't know what. Okay, so oh my God, I'm sorry, I cut that off too fast. So she basically said that, Drew, I'm not going to tell you what day it is. Okay, so as if like, I'm not going to tell you what day it is because I want you to be surprised. And then literally the next breath she goes, well, it depends on his flight. So which is it? It seems like you don't know what day because he doesn't know what day his flight can get in or when he can book a flight. Like, that's 2 different reasons.
Also, speakers are going to be a part of the VIP lunch as well, so you're going to get access to them. They're going to do Q&A. But Drew just went through a really amazing time. He's been one of my friends for many years and has helped me and my family through a lot of really hard times. And he just went through something where he took a mental health break from social media. And I love so much how Drew's stance on health and fitness has very much followed what mine was. For a while, it's funny how we all thought it was about diet and exercise and muscle gain or fat loss or achieving a goal body or whatever it is. And over time, we realized that it was phases. It was like, okay, it's not just what you eat and how you move, but it's how you sleep and how you rest, right? And now it's so much more about holistic health. Yeah, physical health is very important. But your physical health does not matter if your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health, all of the different healths are not in order.
Again, so who are you bringing in that's going to be teaching on those things? Because I don't know about Drew, but I know he does like Fit to Fat or Fat to Fit or one of those shows where he is talking about physical health and has some training background. Okay, Heidi has physical health training background. So can you tell us who you're going to bring in to help with those other facets of life? Because you and him are not qualified to give advice like that to your attendees. I mean, I'm sure they will be giving advice, but they're not qualified to give that advice.
Drew is one of the most in tune people, very empathetic. His story, I don't know if you follow him, but he's a good human. And I'm super excited for him to love on you And I'm grateful
I hate that phrase, love on you.
he's going to be there. Um, oh, yeah. I've never canceled a conference, so that's not me. I have never canceled one in my life.
I'm assuming someone said, like, are you going to cancel this conference like Dave canceled Congruent Conference? And she was supposed to be a person that was going to be there as like a group leader or whatever, a wellness professional at that conference. So the fact that someone asked that is also relevant, and she's kind of making a joke like, I never canceled a conference. Like, okay, cool, good for you.
Okay, I've never held a conference in my life, so this is my very first conference I've
And she's also never held a conference, so there you go.
ever done. I'm really excited about it. Does it include physical activity? Yes, it includes physical activity. We're going to be doing, we have some well-known dancers that are going to be coming. I'm so excited about that. We have
Who's a well-known dancer? Do you guys know any? Leave a well-known dancer in the comment below.
my absolute favorite yoga instructor on the planet flying in for this, and she's going to help us with she's going to run some workshops about meditation 101. She's going to be talking us through breath work and de-stressing, and she's amazing, so I can't wait for that too.
Why don't you just say her name? You're already giving away what she's doing. So meditation, yoga. So it's your favorite yoga instructor. Why not say her name so people can decide if like that's their style or not? I don't get it. You're already saying basically everything she's doing. Who is it?
Of course, my friend Bruce Pitcher is going to be there, who has such an incredible story um, about, his, I don't know if you know his story, but his dad had sexually molested him. And he was on our show, Extreme Weight Loss, lost a couple 100 pounds over the course of a year. And just the way that Bruce has embraced forgiveness and embraced all of his past, right? All of it, all of the things that he hated himself for a long time, and has been able to, instead of saying that something happened to him, he's been able to use it as happening for him and completely.
Ugh. I'm sorry. Again, I like this is a serious part for me. Stop this, please. First of all, I don't care if he's your best friend, assistant, like boyfriend. That should be his story to tell every single time, and to deliver it such a hard thing, especially to followers who she has no idea that could have been a triggering statement for them to have to hear that during this live stream about, what's going to be offered. Do you get lunch at this conference? For her just to go into this whole side note about Bruce, it's totally inappropriate. I don't even know what to say, and to then to follow it up and say like, oh, it didn't happen to him, after talking about what she just said. Oh, it didn't happen to him, it happened for him. Even if that's how he feels about it, great, but it's not her place to say that. And also, if I was someone who had been in that situation, I'm hearing her talk about it, I'm like, oh, so being abused happened for me? Give me a break. Cut it out. Stop saying this stuff. Stop perpetuating this garbage crap mentality of like, oh, if you were hurt in your life, it's for you, and they did a favor, now you're stronger. No, that person is a predator. That is not okay. That didn't need to happen to him. And how dare you say that, Heidi, like in a live stream to strangers on the internet? Shut up.
Change his life to where he is now. He's an author, he's a speaker, he owns his own company, he's a coach. I'm super excited for this. Let me see.
It's gross.
Will the event be full of people? No, it is a very intimate event. It's going to be about 100 people tops, because it is so important to me. And trust me, the venue can hold 200. And it was a thing from the beginning that I did not want more people than I felt like we all could have connection with one-on-one. I don't want it to feel like we're on stage and you guys are there. I want it to feel like we are all connected. We are all the same. We are all there to, help each other out, lift each other up, and really unlock power that we didn't know that we have inside of us. Here's the thing. Another promise for the event. I know without a shadow of a doubt, if you come to this event, you will leave having seen something in yourself and understanding a power that I knew that you had, and that a lot.
Oh, Heidi knows that I have a power inside myself, but I don't know it yet because I haven't gone to a event space in Chandler, Arizona for her to point it out to me. Great. And another promise that you probably shouldn't do when you're making marketing sales pitches, promises like this are so subjective that you should be careful, Heidi, and not say stuff like this. It's stupid.
My team knew that you had, but you didn't even know what.
Oh, your team is much wiser than me, a lowly attendee. And Heidi is much wiser and knows things about myself that I don't know about myself. Gosh, I'm so lucky to be able to pay you thousands of dollars for you to give me this information. Thank you so much.
Possible. So there's power that we know that we have, power and skill that we know that we have. Like, I know the things that I can do, right? I know the things that I'm skilled at. Then there's power and skill that we know that we don't have. Like, I can look at somebody else and say, okay, they know how to play the piano and I don't. They know how to do this and I don't. They've done it, right?
So you're going to tell me, so I have to go to this conference to tell me that I don't know how to play the piano? Okay, just checking.
And we know that we can do it. We can train ourselves to do it. A lot of us get stuck there. But then there is power. There are skills, there are gifts, there are talents that we have that we don't even know exist that we have. And our ability to really tap into who we are and what we're capable of is the thing that I am the most passionate about.
So give me an example of someone who you've pointed out their skills and their life has changed. Give me one example of someone who you've done that for, Heidi. I'll wait.
Event is not, you'll see. If you're there, you will see. It is not about me. It's not about, and it is about you guys. This event.
As it should be, because everyone's paying thousands of dollars to make it about them, to learn about you, according to your website. So of course it should be about them. That should not even be a question.
The days that I spend there and the days that my team spend there, the hours, tireless hours spent are 100% there to help you feel a thing that you've never felt before. And also, as part of this event, and what our goal is to make sure that we don't just inspire you and make you feel a way that you can't do anything with. No, our goal is to equip you, to have you leave knowing that, number one, you have the tools to do what you want to do anything you want to do, to finally demand and go take more for yourself. But number two, that you have the support and you have the community that you never had before. I know there are a lot of people that have commented and sent things saying, I won't, what if I don't know anybody, especially because it was open to my community before. To that, I want to say, you might not know anybody now, but I promise you, when you leave this event, when you leave these days, you will have built bonds and friendships that you never knew existed. Like, truly, the strongest bonds, the strongest friendships with people, like-minded people, like-hearted souls, people that you needed in your life that you would not have found if you didn't come to this event.
So part of the sales pitch is that other attendees that you're going to meet that are also paying thousands of dollars, she guarantees that those people are going to bond with you and make closer friendships than any other friendships in your life. How can you guarantee that? You have no idea who's coming. These are all strangers to you, Heidi. I would imagine, unless they're all your friends, which is weird. And why would you host a conference for your friends that you know in real life? And then also basically sell their love and affection to other people to buy tickets. That's so weird. This whole thing just seems like nothing's planned. She's like, I need to kill an hour. I just need to say some words. And like what I hope to get out of it, she's going to manifest this to happen, but she's going to say that she promises that's going to happen.
Anyway, I'm excited. I think it's going to be amazing. And to be truthful, this is the thing, like, I never knew I wanted to do. Like, it wasn't something where even 4 months ago that I would have thought we would be creating this, but that's almost how everything's been in my life. Like, the way that I envision things is very different than the way that most people envision things. I don't envision something and the way that it looks, the way that it smells, the way that it tastes. I don't. Like, I don't set myself up and have a picture of what I'm building. No, I envision how I want a thing to feel, right?
The problem with that is that you can't plan for that. You can't plan for how people are going to interact with each other, especially when they're strangers. You can't plan for unforeseen circumstances coming in and changing things up, or a missed flight with speaker. Like, there needs to be plans in place for events. And if you're an event planner, I'm sure this sounds ridiculous. Like, I want it to feel beautiful. It's like, okay, well, logistically though, like, should we have candles? Should we not? Like, there's more things that you need to detail and plan in order for those feelings to happen. I don't know. I have a feeling this is going to be a disaster if it ever happens. I have my doubts that it may not end up happening, but who knows?
Like, I envisioned, as this community started to come together, I envisioned connection and love and support and all of the things that actually matter to me the most, and the things that I know have changed the lives of so many other people. And truly, it was the only thing that I offered on the show when I was on extreme weight loss. You can ask anybody. All I did, I connected, and I loved the people. I was not the most talented trainer 10 years ago. I connected and I loved. And connection and love unlocks gateways in people's hearts and in their souls that they didn't know existed, and it helps them believe in themselves. When they can lean on the belief and the love of somebody else, they begin to believe in themselves, and they begin to try and accomplish things that they never knew possible.
Oh, well, if that's true, the fact that you're charging $4,000 or like $1,100 to give someone love grosses me out. And I've said grossed out a few times on this video, but it's true. It's like, that's something, because love shouldn't have a price tag. It shouldn't have a 3-day limit, or maybe a follow-up Facebook group to keep in touch after. That's not love. And if that's what she thinks love is, and she just may be misguided herself and think like the people who follow her love her, and that's what love is. I mean, she needs help too, from a professional, if that's what she thinks.
So inside of this community, I knew that that's what I wanted. Inside of what is right now, the Get Fit Challenge, it is the most unconditionally loving and supportive group of people you've ever met. They're wonderful. And I don't know if I just got lucky with a bunch of people or what, but truthfully, it is such a wonderful crew. And I envision that this event would be, this event created itself, right? And it was something that was by demand. And already the love and support around it and the people that are coming are really incredible. And I have no doubt there are going to be my life is literally a walking shit show sometimes. Like, there's a lot. If you watch my stories, like, you can't plan this stuff. Like, yeah, Maddox's cake is on fire, and it's just, but that to me it's my life. It's my beautiful, messy, chaotic life that is
cool. Write a book about it. Write an autobiography. Girl, wash your weights. But holding a conference promising that you're gonna solve, people's issues with intimacy and love, it's just like, come on. Like, it's such a leap, and makes everything just seem icky, because there's such a high monetary value to get in the doors to experience this. You're going to be appealing to a certain type of person that's desperate for that type of connection, and probably wants to be close to Heidi, who is a pseudo celebrity. And the whole thing is just like weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something that other people understand, but to me, that none of this makes sense at all. There's no details. It's just very vague. Come hang out with me. Let me hug on you, and hang out with Dave, who is in the middle of a crisis. The other guy has just got over a crisis. Like, why would I want to learn how to fix my life from people who are in the midst of crises? She's saying her life is a shit show. So what do these people have to teach me? That they're just better than me no matter what? Even in the middle of all these issues, they're just better than me, so I have something to learn from them?
And this event's going to be the same. It's going to be chaotic, and it's going to be messy, and it's going to be fun, and it's going to be organized, and it's going to be happy. It's going to be emotional and touching and fulfilling, and all of the things in between.
This event is going to be messy, chaotic, and organized. Okay, that makes sense.
And most importantly, it's going to be for you. It is actually created for you. I'm excited. I'm super excited. And yeah, let me see. Are there any other?
That's that. Well, very exciting. So like I said, this has been pulled from the interwebs, at least from her Instagram. She deleted it. I checked all of her tabs, so it's no longer there. So, and I guess you could say because the the event is now sold out, according to the website, that's why it's pulled. I also think that someone may have told her to take it off because she made several promises that are, impossible to prove. But then, so people were commenting and asking some I think were snarking, people who were never intending to actually go to this conference, and some may have been intending to go and had legitimate questions. So Heidi actually answers some of them, and I thought it'd be interesting to look at that quickly. So unfortunately, I was going to go back and screenshot what the question was, but I didn't, and now it's gone. So we're just have to assume what the question was. But Heidi's response was, "Hi, I mentioned some in the live. This is a retreat where the focus is not on speakers, but an entire experience. We will have some, though, that we are excited about. Yes, Bruce Pitcher and Fit to Fat." Also, so she said a handful of speakers. Now she's kind of backtracking, saying, well, this is not focused on speakers. We're going to have other people, other things. So is it a surprise, or are we not focusing on speakers? But okay, she's not really clarifying again. Also, we have some really awesome, well-known fitness professionals coming in to lead classes in their realm of expertise. Since this is an event predominantly created for a Get Fit Challenge group and is 90% made up of them, we are unveiling event details each week. For this reason, the other announcements will not be made right away. Okay, I totally understand that this may be a factor that would keep you from coming, and if this is the case, I agree, it's not the best fit right now. Sometimes things like this require proof of concept first. I agree. And seeing the end result before committing. Either way, I'm a firm believer that everything happens the way it's supposed to, and maybe this retreat isn't the right one for you right now. Thanks for being here. So I hate to say, but I feel like the last comment was kind of like, it's not for you because you don't understand how amazing I am and blah, blah, blah. And if you wanted to keep it just for the group, why don't you just keep it for the group? Why even open it to anybody else and open yourself to all these issues? If you're only going to announce things in the group, in the private group, you only want to make it surprising for them, then why even open it to the public and have like multiple stories about it on your Instagram? Why you have a live about it? It just doesn't make sense. But I think the answer is because they didn't sell enough tickets to it because it's very pricey. So someone says, you cannot run an event without posting an agenda and a list of speakers? What am I missing? I can't find a dang thing that would help. And it says, hi, great question. I'll DM you info if you're actually interested. Let me know. But in short, the event is already almost full. To be clear, this was never created for anyone other than our challenge group, and we only opened a few spots by request. Anyone uninterested, thankfully, isn't obligated to show up. Again, putting the little emoji, which I think is supposed to be like snarky back. Regarding agenda, I won't be posting for the public, only providing to attendees once they've registered, which you have to pay to register. So that seems unfair because you're committing thousands of dollars or $1,000+ if you're the NIP to go. So that seems unfair. Those coming know me well enough. Okay, this is where I am like, how? Those coming know me well enough to know what I deliver and trust I won't disappoint. Anyone else, this isn't the event for them. So why even open it to the public then? If you're so convinced that the people who are coming know you so well, which they do not, but know you so well, why even bother? And I think that's why she deleted it and said it was sold out, because I think she just decided this isn't worth it. I don't want to have to answer to these legitimate questions. I just want to have like people worship me, and apparently people in the fitness group do that. So it's very weird. Okay, so then he responds back, or she, whoever responds back, says confusing response. So will you provide more info in a DM? Honestly, I couldn't imagine spending that kind of money up front without any info. And if it's truly almost full, why bother? I was meant to say, why bother with a live to promote it? What timing? We just filled up. Maybe next time, would love to meet you. I think she's trying to be like bubbly, but also has a lot of vitriol built up here. And then another comment. Hi friends, to be clear, this is not an event I'm trying to sell tickets to. Incorrect two. Okay, why are you doing a live? It's already full. We've made space for a few people inside of my IG community, which is 500,000+ people, just to keep in mind, who have specifically requested. So if any part of this doesn't resonate, good news is we are happy and full as is. And also, anyone being rude, especially to my friends, will be blocked by my team. Unkindness is not tolerated here, nor will it ever be. Thanks. Yeah. Okay. So why are you doing the live? Again, why would you even bother to be like, hey guys, selling tickets. This is what you get, but not actually say what you get. And then apparently everyone's asking questions. It's stupid because I wasn't trying to sell anything. Idiots. Someone says, how do we know this won't be canceled like the last conference? Is there a refund policy? Hi, I've never run a conference before. Maybe you have me confused with someone else. Maybe your boyfriend that you've been attached at the hip to and literally have a fitness challenge with. But, maybe she's confused. Either way, I'm so sorry you've had to deal with that. Such a bummer. I had a conference canceled on me during COVID. That was hard because I was so excited to go. Anyway, best of luck. Oh, you can tell she's pissed. Unless this is her team that is actually unaware. Heidi's responding with the sweetest pissed off voice ever. Okay, and then someone says, can you clarify what the COVID protocols will be? Are you testing people? Blah, blah, blah. Hi, friend. The last spot was actually just taken. Then I saw this message. It's very intimate, though, 100 people. Listen, we had some wonderful donors inside of our group fund the entrance of and secure spots for a couple people. Their lives have been changed by what they've experienced, and they want nothing more than to help others. If you want to DM me your info and a few other things, your credit card information? Okay, sorry. I will happily present it to them in hopes they give it to you. And even put in a good word. But unfortunately, you can no longer buy a ticket. So let me see what I can do. Hang in there. Doesn't Heidi own this? Couldn't she just give people a free ticket? She has to ask people inside of her group to give a free ticket away? That makes no sense. And also is another example of why is she depending on these people to do all the stuff for her business? They're not making money from this. She is. Very weird, but also not surprising. So anyways, that's that. That's the Show Up conference, April 4th to the 6th. My conference will be on April 7th through the 9th in the same location. And remember, pick which one you like better because I still haven't chosen the name yet. And I'm really, really, I love these names. So if you can pick one, that would be great. And thank you so much to my patrons over on Patreon. If you would like to become a patron of mine, I will leave a link for you below in the description. I appreciate all of the support. And as always, choose sadness. Woo woo! Okay, bye. See ya.